The US Navy and Marine Corps are rushing 10 Osprey aircraft like these to Pakistan to join the American planes, helicopters and military personnel already there as part of US aid efforts to the flood-ravaged country. The Ospreys can take off and land like helicopters, but turn their rotors to fly faster like airplanes. The US is sending the additional aid as a swollen Indus River in the southern Sindh province inundates more towns and displaces more people, in addition to the 20 million already homeless. Vali Nasr is a senior advisor to Richard Holbrooke, the special US representative for Afghanistan and Pakistan. Nasr tells VOA the main purpose of the US aid is to help Pakistani people in need and not to boost America's image.
At this critical moment in Pakistan, that the United States was there. That, everything else aside, this is when Pakistan needed, and we were there. But not because we saw this as an opportunity, but this is the right thing to do it.
A recent Pew Foundation poll found nearly 6 in 10 Pakistanis view the United States as an enemy, and only 1 in 10 call it a partner. Nasr says the aid might help change that image, but it is not the reason for sending it.
In the long run, they will look at how quickly the United States rose to the occasion and helped them, and they ought to make their own judgment about who's their friend and who's not.
Pakistan says more than $800 million in international emergency aid has been committed or pledged so far. But except for aid from the US, most of the assistance has been slow in coming because of worries about how the money will be spent. Pakistan's government has a reputation for inefficiency and corruption. Rajiv Shah, the administrator of the US Agency for International Development, was in Pakistan Tuesday and appealed for transparency.
We need to know that dollars we're spending generate real results. And I think similarly, the people of Pakistan need to know that efforts spent on the relief are generating real results.
Charities linked to Pakistani militants are proving faster at providing aid to flood victims than some Pakistani government agencies, and there also are reports of threats by the Pakistani Taliban against foreign aid workers. UN relief official Maurizio Giuliano says that he is determined not to let fears of a Taliban attack prevent his people from saving lives.
In Pakistan, attacks against humanitarians have happened in the past. There is no reason to presume or to fear that this may happen now. And on the contrary, I think that it would be totally inhumane for anyone to target us as we try to save lives.
Vali Nasr emphasizes the focus right now is not on fighting the extremists, but helping the victims of the floods.
We hope that that will have a positive impact on our relationship. After all, like relationship between two people, relationships get improved at times in which, you are able to have a positive impact. But that's not the reason we came in.
Nasr says this is not the time to discuss any differences the US might have with Pakistan about its efforts to contain terrorism. Ravi, Khanna, VOA News, Washington.